It's March 1995. Puerto Rico. A farmer walks out to his field and finds 8 of his sheep dead. No claw marks, no signs of a struggle, just 3 neat puncture wounds in each chest and not a single drop of blood left in their bodies. Welcome to the Horror Hub. Today's monster, the Chupacabra. The name literally means goat sucker. Chupa, sucks, cabra, goat. And here's the first great detail. It wasn't named by a scientist or a farmer or a priest. It was coined in 1995 by a Puerto Rican comedian named Silverio Perez, a comedian named the most feared monster in Latin America, greatest career achievement of all time. But the killings were not a joke. All across Puerto Rico, animals kept turning up dead. Goats, chickens, rabbits, sheep. Always the same way. Puncture wounds and no blood. Farmers were terrified. And then, in August of 1995, somebody actually saw it. Her name was Madeline Tolentino in the town of Canovanas. Her description is where this legend gets its face, so let's build this thing. Height? About 3 to 4 feet tall. Check. It stood upright, on 2 legs, like a person. Check. Enormous black oval eyes, with no whites at all. Check. Gray, leathery skin. Check. And a row of sharp spines running all the way down its back. Check. And the worst part? It didn't walk. It hopped, like a kangaroo. A 3-foot, spiny, black-eyed, blood-drinking alien kangaroo. Sleep tight. Word spread across the island fast. In that one town alone, around 150 farm animals and pets were reported killed. Then the sightings jumped countries: Mexico, Chile, Brazil, and eventually the United States. But something strange happened on the way to Texas. The monster changed. The American Chupacabra wasn't a spiny alien kangaroo at all. It was a dog, sort of. People kept finding hairless, gray, wrinkly, dog-like things with huge fangs, sunken eyes, and skin like a raw chicken. Same name, completely different monster, which is our first clue that something here is off. So what is it really? And this is why the Chupacabra is my favorite cryptid, because unlike almost every other monster, we actually solved this one 3 times over. Clue 1. A researcher named Benjamin Radford spent 5 years digging into that original Puerto Rico sighting, and he noticed something. Madeline Tolentino had recently watched a movie, a 1995 science fiction horror movie called Species. And the alien in that movie has enormous black oval eyes, gray skin, spines running down its back, and it stands upright about human height. Her monster looked exactly like the movie monster she had just watched. The Chupacabra may have been born in a movie theater. Clue 2. The blood. The most famous fact about the Chupacabra is that it drains its victims dry. Here's the thing. That was never actually true. It was never once confirmed by an autopsy. When an animal dies, its heart stops pumping, and the blood coagulates and settles inside the body within a couple of hours. Add 2 puncture wounds, and a dead animal just looks empty. Every autopsy ever done on a so-called Chupacabra victim found the blood still inside, exactly what you would expect from an ordinary dog attack. The vampire monster never drank anything. Clue 3. Those creepy Texas dog things. Scientists tested their DNA. Every single time, the answer came back the same. Coyotes, dogs, and coyote-dog mixes. They were real animals, suffering from something called sarcoptic mange, a disease where tiny mites burrow under the skin. It makes an animal lose all of its hair and its skin turns thick, gray, and wrinkled. Mange doesn't turn a coyote into a monster, it just makes it look like one. So the terrifying American Chupacabra is a coyote having the worst day of its life. So let's add this all up. The world's most feared vampire monster is a science fiction movie alien, plus a misunderstanding about how dead bodies work, plus some extremely itchy coyotes, and it was named by a comedian. And honestly, it doesn't matter, because the Chupacabra is everywhere now. Movies, video games, memes, t-shirts, hot sauce. A monster barely 30 years old became a global legend faster than almost anything in history. We never needed it to be real. We just really, really wanted it to be. So the next time you're out at night and you see something hairless and gray hopping towards you, relax. It's probably just a coyote. Probably. That's it for this episode of the Horror Hub. If this creeped you out even a little, subscribe. We've got a whole lot more monsters to meet. And hey, maybe go check on your goats.